It's another beautiful Sunday. Friends, how are you doing? I am always looking forward to this segment, Ask John. And today we have another lovely topic. And I don't want us to waste any time, any minute. I just want us to go straight into this lovely topic. But in the meantime,
You may be a music teacher, a musician, a school administrator, a parent, a music student, or even a music fan. Join John Chitambo, an accomplished international music educator, on an enriching online live stream show, Ask John, a community educational program where music-related issues are addressed. Every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. Malaysia time. That's 12 p.m. to 12:45 p.m. Central Africa time. Venue, JC Music Education, Facebook page. Don't miss out.
now I want to take this opportunity to thank each one of you, those who have been following this program, and even some of you who actually watch it later on. Thank you for the support and thank you for your contribution. We will continue to touch as many topics as possible and ensure that we are aware of the most important information that pertains to music. Today's another topic that I would like us to look into together. And even if after this is posted, please send as many comments as possible. And the topic is how to establish a successful music education program. Essential key elements for music teachers. Setting up a music program does not really require a huge budget. So having a large budget is not a sign that you have a good music program. That's a necessity. And that is needed for you to work well. And so we're going to look at what then are the key elements that guides you, because having a budget will be guided by your vision for the music program. So building a comprehensive music program, friends, is a challenging experience. It's absolutely a challenging experience that demands a variety of actions to be put in place. And these are things that I want us to look into. These are key elements that I want us to share together. The philosophical perspective of a particular teacher or a school has a significant impact. And in order to create a dynamic music program in your school, you need to consider a variety of needs. And this is where we start from. So we are looking at how can we establish a music program in schools. You may be joining a school where there isn't much of financial help. And so that does not hinder you from still having a successful music program. So let me know your comments and whatever view you have as I proceed. Now, such needs are the ones that we're going to look at mostly. And we're not going to take long. We'll be very brief. We'll stick to that. We'll stick to the main points and finish this discussion. So such needs include those of the school and contributing to the ultimate vision of that school that you're joining, the mission, the vision and the mission of the school. But most importantly, the needs of the children and the parents, as well as the community. So now we are defining things that we need to base our program on. But the most important one is that of the children. The needs of the children comes first. Because when the needs of the children comes first, the parents are covered. The community is covered. The school is covered. So you see the secret. It looks like this is already done. It looks like I'm already done. But wait a minute. Let's move on. So we have looked at the needs of the school, the needs of the children, The parents, we can categorize them under children, because if you impress their children, then you've touched them. So the parents will follow suit. So the main issue here is that of the children. And the same children will influence the community. So you see now how crucial children are in setting up a music program. So let's continue. So you need to look at the vision of the school. And definitely, most schools, they put their pupils first, because that is the ultimate mission, is to train and prepare children. So if you want to meet the vision of the school, you must first start with the child. And once you start with the child, then you have made it, my friend. You have done it. So how can you then contribute? How can you contribute to the school? You need to look at the needs of the children. Now, most schools, they focus much on marketing. They focus on several things. So they look into marketing. So they use music. Of course, music is very important as a tool for marketing. So it's something that you may need to consider. But that marketing does not come first, because marketing will benefit when you meet the children's needs. And those are emotional needs, the physical needs of the children. Basically, I'm talking about the well-being of the children. I'm talking about the intellectual needs of the children. I'm talking about the social needs of the children. When you meet the needs of the children, you have covered the needs of the school. You've covered the needs of the parents. You've covered the needs of the community, because the children have the voice and they've got a huge influence. So when you want to set up a music program, you need to know your children, the needs of the children. And this is why it's crucial, because meeting the needs of different children who are unique and they've got different abilities is the major catalyst of an effective teacher. So the school will benefit, like I've said, the school will benefit more when you first meet the needs of the children. Parents will benefit when you first meet the needs of the children. The community will benefit when you first meet the needs of the children. They will tell stories. And so in structuring a music program in schools, you better start with a child. Don't start with a parent. Start with a child. The child will take a message home, and you hear it from the parents on how happy the children are. So you need to look at the well-being of the children, not necessarily the musicality and the musical abilities of the children first. You need to first consider the well-being of the children. Children of all ages and abilities would still benefit from any music program. Any single child, be it whoever, they will benefit from any music program. And this is why I advocate for music for all schools. Music should be present in all schools, every single school, because we are not looking at only children who are able, who are musically talented. We are looking at children who can benefit as a result of music. Their confidence can grow. We are looking at children who can benefit emotionally. We are looking at children who can benefit physically. Hey, the short and knees and toes. You know, as you play those songs, they may not be musical, but they will benefit. So let's continue, friends. And so there are, of course, obvious questions, like I've said. You need to ask, why do you teach music? Investigate yourself. Look at yourself as a teacher. Why do you really want to teach music? You need to have an experience. As you plan to develop a music program, you need to look at yourself. You need to look at who you are and what music means to you. So let music start with you. Why do you want to teach music? What should you teach? This is a crucial question. My friend, it's really important before you join any school to look at the expectations and the vision of the school. This is very, very important and significant. You need to look at the expectations, the vision, their philosophy. Why do they want music in their school? Do they want music just because they want music? Or do they have a vision on what they want to use music for, to accomplish? Because if you find yourself in a school where your leader has definitely no regard for music, I can tell you, you'll struggle. That will be a big struggle for you to raise the standard. So no matter how much you can come up with ideas, but if you have a leader who has no any interest in music, but because it has to be there, maybe because the previous leader, administrator, was musical. So you need to look at the ultimate vision of the school with regards to music. Why do they need music? To what extent should it be delivered? Music program or department depends on an effective music teacher who understands various needs of children, their learning styles, interests, and of course, their abilities. So you need to look at the needs of the children that you have in school. They will define your program. You know what activities you need to incorporate. An effective teacher will inspire students, will create links with the school, staff, management, and the community. This is really important to consider these factors because these factors will enhance your program. The relationship that you have with the community, the parents, the children will bring about a successful program. So having an effective music teacher is the greatest asset. You need, if you are a school, you are a leader, you need a teacher who is effective. You don't need a teacher who just comes and talk. No, you need an effective teacher who puts the interest of children first. And that is by looking at putting the interest of children is by looking at their needs. Their needs comes first. Needs of the children will define your program. But the needs of the children need to be defined. And those needs are emotional, physical, social, basically the well-being of the child. So, a happy learner defines a successful music program. This is the bottom line. A happy learner, a happy child defines a successful music program. And this is what I want to leave with you. In whatever endeavor, in whichever way you think of your music program, in the end, you want to produce a happy child, not just a musical child. So the most important is as you teach music, you need to look at the needs of the children. And those needs of the children are the ones that we looked at. I didn't talk about musical needs. I talked about the well-being of the children, the emotional aspect, physical needs, the intellectual needs, and the social needs. And so when music comes in, your main focus is to ensure you produce a child who will be emotionally stable, physically fit, mentally stable, socially positive. And when you meet these needs, so as they play music, as they play their piano, so what now comes to my mind is that whatever resources you buy, you need to direct your resources to the needs of the children you have. And then you will develop a program that will meet every single child. Don't just put violins because you're a violin teacher, not knowing that there are other children who can benefit from woodwinds, from other instruments, from different activities of music. And whatever those activities are, they are pointing to the needs of the children. Friend, this is what I can leave with you. The point here is having a successful music program depends entirely on the needs of the children that you teach. Not every child will be a musician, but they can benefit more from the programs and activities that involves music. I want you to consider that you are training a child who will have a positive life, in a positive perception about life, will be a confident child, and whatever activities you do will help the child be a world citizen. And that's what we are interested in. In the end, we want to bring about a happy child. And a happy child, happy parent. A happy parent will be a happy school. A happy school will be a happy community, happy society. And then we will be all happy. Starts with you in a classroom. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to the next segment. Please drop any comment that you have, and let's see what is guiding you to do what you're doing with your children.